morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on which part of the world you are watching us today. Welcome to our Facebook Live of I Am Magazine International, the I Am News Live. I am Yadira Gonzalez Munoz, the founder and CEO of Europe. I Am Magazine was created on December 19, 2019, with an intrepid group of entrepreneurs who believed in my vision. And we created the I Am Revolution. We are a digital magazine designed and dedicated to providing an insightful and optimistic, upbeat look at what makes us special and unique. And we want to share the gift of love, the education, mentality, and much more to the world. And this is why we began to present our most precious professionals who have been part of the I Am magazine throughout these years of our virtual and digital empowerment. Today, we present Dr. Shauli Mukherjee, an academician, inspiring and inspirational speaker, and she is currently the director of School of Education at Adamas University. And knowing a little bit more about Dr. Shauli is the interview with that we gave her on to become the best version of yourself. And you can watch this or you can read this more about Dr. Shauli on her story on the January edition Rebirth of 2022 on page 19. So I will be sharing the link so you can start reading her story. And first of all, I want to thank Dr. Shauli. Welcome to our show. Welcome. Thank you for being with us today. How are you?
Thank you so much, Yadira. I'm doing great by God's grace, and I hope the same goes with you as well. It's absolutely it's a pleasure being on this platform today, and looking forward to an exciting conversation.
Yes, thank you so much. First of all, I want to know, I think everybody wants to know who you are. What is Dr. Shauli? Who is Dr. Shauli Mukherjee? So who are you? Tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. So, I think the best way in which I can define myself is that I am a passionate academician, a global thought leader, and yes, I am an internationally acclaimed inspirational speaker as well. So, it has been more than 23 years now that I have been associated with the education sector. I have been the principal as well as the founder principal of some of the reputed international schools in West Bengal, India, some of which had been actually established by me and started by me, rather initiated by me. So to name a few, I would definitely would like to name Adamas World School and STEM World School. The why STEM World School? Because STEM World School happens to be the very first STEM school in the entire West Bengal region of India, which was eventually awarded for being the second best international day school in the West Bengal region of India by Education World in 2016. So that actually happens to be my brainchild. So
Wow.
after spending
Yes, it's amazing.
so after spending more than 2 decades in the field of school leadership and management, in the year 2020, I had actually stepped into the domain of higher education, where currently I am the director of School of Education at one of the premier, uh, ranking universities of Eastern India. So this is in short, what I do professionally. But then I would also like to tell you additionally that I'm extremely passionate about promotion of child-centric and activity-oriented education all across the globe. And I strongly believe that the purpose of meaningful education is to help develop lifelong learners and critical thinkers and responsible global citizens for the emerging VUCA world of tomorrow. So this is something that I, strongly believe in. Well, in my long journey of almost 23 years, I have also been the recipient of numerous awards, accolades, and international recognitions. Just to name a few, National Quality Excellence Award, Gem of India Award, National Education Leadership Award, and to top all of them, World Peace Award as well. I have also been awarded for being among the top 50 women leaders in the education industry and top 20 revolutionary edu leaders in India. And well, let me share that very recently I have also been awarded and recognized among 99 Women Achievers of India for the year 2021. Well, additionally, I'm associated with premier educational organizations across India as well as globally in senior advisory position and role, and in my current role as the Director of School of Education at Adamas University, India. I am extremely committed to developing and nurturing the future researchers and future teachers of tomorrow, who I strongly believe will be endowed with the ability of inspiring, touching, and impacting the lives of millions of people around them through the ennobling power of education.
Wow, this is amazing. You are a wonderful, empowered, and empowering women. This is great. I love it. So tell me a little bit about more of you as a woman, as maybe a mother or sister, or how are you in that situation, because we can present who we are, but the person itself, who are you? Tell me about a little bit more about yourself.
That's a wonderful question, I must say.
Yes,
Yes,
your
so
your
whatever
essence,
I just
your I
told
am.
you, right, right. So whatever I just told you, it's all about what I do on a professional level, and that is what Dr. Shauli Mukherjee is on a profession through a professional lens. But yes, personally, I would like to state that I'm blessed with twin boys who are 13 years old right now. I have an amazing husband, extremely, extremely friendly and supportive. I also live with my mother, and I have a wonderful elder sister. So this is something, on the personal front. And well, since your question was, who are you? So again, Yadira, I believe that your professional title, your professional designation, even your personal affiliations and relationships are, though they are very vital, but they actually do not define you completely. Because
Exactly.
who are you within you? That is something completely different, completely unique to ourselves. So, well, to answer this question, I would like to tell you that I'm kind of a person who is deeply and extremely spiritually inclined, extremely purpose driven. I'm a person who has actually turned her passion into her profession. And I'm a strong believer in the concept of ikigai, that is the purpose for your being. That is one of the reasons why you actually wake up each and every day in the morning. Because if you do not really have the purpose, if you have not figured out the purpose in your life, it's very difficult for you to continue the journey of life. Otherwise, the journey of life becomes, in an autopilot mode if you have not figured out your purpose. So, I would like to state that for me, it has been a very, very fortunate and a conscious intersection between what I have always wanted to do and what I liked doing or what I loved doing. So it was a very happy intersection for me. And well, I'm quite happy in the way the kind of work that I have been doing and would love to continue doing the same by touching, inspiring, and impacting people through the power of education.
That is wonderful. And you know that, like you said, finding your purpose, finding your I am is creating. You can create your dream life, your dream job, your dream, whatever you really want to desire for yourself. And not only for that, but also for leaving a legacy. It could be for your family, for your kids, for whoever you really desire to do this. And finding your purpose, finding your why your I am is what it is important in your life, because this is what's what it is going to make you happy. Like you say, you wake up in the morning because you already know your purpose. You have that grace or that happiness, that joy of getting up in the morning and saying, okay, today this is what I'm going to do. And what it is more important is when you really love what you're doing. So you're getting up every morning to exactly live your purpose, to do what, let's say, spiritually, what God or brought you to do to this earth, which is helping others or helping women, especially with education and empowering them, because this is very, very important. So I have another question for you. You already told us about who you are, what you do. We would like to know why you do this.
That's, again, I would say a very, very pertinent question and a very deep question. Because often, Yadira, the problem is we know what we are doing. We also know how we are doing. But sometimes the problem is we don't know why we are doing it.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I firmly believe that the world, in fact, the entire world doesn't care how much you know. But the world definitely cares, and it's definitely, gets impacted by what you decide to do with what you know. And in order to do that, it's extremely essential and significant that you should know why you are doing what you're doing. So, why? This big why is a very, very important and significant, I think, word, concept, question, whatever you say. I would just like to tell you one thing that since, in the heart, I'm an educator. So I always, tell my trainee teachers and even the moms, that one of the greatest mistake that we do with our children is that we often ask them this question when they're very small,
Yeah.
that what do you want to become when you grow up? Do you want to become a doctor? Do you want to become an engineer? So this is a very, very cliched question which, mothers, elders, we all, ask our children. So I always feel that in spite of asking these questions, what if we ask our children the question like, tell me the problem that you would like to solve when you grow up. Tell me one problem that you would really like to solve when you actually grow up. The moment you do this with your children, they'll start thinking on a different angle altogether. You know, their critical thinking will develop and they'll eventually try to find out their purpose of life. So, why I told you this? Because this is very much related to your question, why. So, in order to figure out why we are doing what we are doing, it all boils down to your purpose. So,
Yes.
when once your purpose is absolutely visible, it's clear, it's intentional, as a leader, I would like to state that you really don't have to do much. Your purpose actually acts as a very, very strong magnet to pull people towards your vision. And then a wonderful journey of success commences. I have seen this in my own life. I've seen this happening with me. So, purpose is something which is very, very important. And in very briefly, to answer your question, why do I do what do I do actually? So, I would just like to tell you that I do it because I believe that it's the mission of my life. The
Mhm.
mission of my life is to give back to the world. I am extremely blessed. I feel extremely blessed and grateful each and every moment of my life. I have been blessed by the grace of God. I have everything. But then I think that it's my duty, it's my responsibility to give back to the world in meaningful manner. And for me as an educator, I do that through education. I do that through inspiring people. I do that by, empowering people. So that is my mission. And that is in short my why.
I love it. I love the way that you put it, give back to the world. This is something Wonderful. It is beautiful the way that you put it, because it's actually what we are mean to be giving or doing here today, like God give us a purpose, or God give us a dream in our heart. And it's up to us to put it out there, and like you say, to give it back to the world, help the people to find their purpose. For example, some of us, I'm going to say that because before, some of us, like me, we're kind of lose our way or our path because we're busy with our lives, or we have married very young and we start educating our kids and taking care of them, and we completely forgot about ourselves. And there's a moment that we say, now what? I didn't do my dream, or I didn't study this. Now how can I achieve it? How can I do? Especially for moms that are empty nesters, we stay without anything to do anymore if we were just educating our kids. And that is the moment that you have to think about, what is my purpose? What is my why? What do I want to do? And when you have a dream in your heart, is because you have a purpose on this earth to make it happen. And give a push. If you don't know how to do it, probably you can connect with people that are going to help you, give you a hand. You can connect, for example, you can even connect with Dr. Shauli, because she can even give you a little push on a purpose on education and saying, hey, this is what you can do.
Absolutely. So, Yadira, just to add to what you said, I mean, I just couldn't agree more to what you have said right now. And especially for women, I would just like to add, we women are actually, since our childhood, we all are trained to become good wives, good sisters, good daughters, and good mothers. We all are trained, you know. But rarely are we trained to view ourselves as important and significant. We are not, in fact, trained to love ourselves completely, wholly, and first. That is not the training, unfortunately, our culture gives us. So we always tend to have a kind of a training from our elders or our culture or our society that we do exist for the benefit of others. The more
Yes.
you are worthy for others, that actually gives a push and rise to your self-worth, which is completely wrong. you know so even in terms of education, I believe that young girls, especially young girls, should be educated in a manner so that they have enough courage and enough ambition to pursue their dreams fiercely and openly. We have to admit to ourselves that we are imperfect, and in our imperfections lies our beauty. So we have to embrace that. We have to embrace that, and we have to love ourselves and accept ourselves the way we are. Problem is, with women, we always believe that the fights are always outside. I mean, how long can we continue fighting with patriarchy? We can't do that on a continuous basis. It's time that we should realize that the real fight is never outside. The real fight is always within us. We have to fight our inner demons in order to evolve and grow into the better, the highest, and the truest, and the most authentic version of ourselves. That is something that we need to understand as women and as mothers.
I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is powerful, all the things that you're saying, and this is what we want the people that are listening to us to realize, the power within yourselves to become the best version of ourselves. So the last question I want to know, or we want to know, how do you do it? How you create all this magic that you do around you and others?
That's a beautiful question. So, how do I do it? Well, as I have told you, I do it through the power of education, I do it through the power of inspiration. Now, this has all come, I mean, this has not come, very easily to me because 23 years back, when I had actually started my journey as an educator, with a lot of dreams and aspirations to create a lot of difference in the world around me. In spite of that, I was extremely frustrated because the way in which education was delivered at that point of time. Our histories have changed, our geographies have changed, but our education system has not changed. Unfortunately, our education system is still the same. It is still the byproduct of the 19th century industrial revolution, which promotes a one size fits all educational structure. So, our conventional educational norms force our children to metaphorically draw and color within the lines. That is to conform and to comply and never to create or to innovate. That is the problem with our education system. So, since then, all these things acted as very, very powerful triggers for me. I always felt that I had to do something very, very different. I have to bring about, maybe it can be small, but I have to bring about a difference and a real revolution in the way education is delivered. And this had actually created, after many years, into establishing a school which is so very different, where there are no standardized curriculum, no standardized testing, where the happiness quotient of the children, the passion quotient of the children are very, very high, where everything is activity oriented and experiential learning. So, those years of frustration had actually led to create a completely different kind of an education system in my country. I'm so happy that I have been able to do that, you know. So, throughout then till now, I try to create a very, very different kind of an education system where people will not be into a too structured or too organized or too rigid education system, but they will be having a more open, productive, fruitful, and most importantly stress free teaching learning ecosystem. So this is my continuous journey, and each and every day, this is something which inspires me to do what I do.
I love it. Thank you for sharing that. That is great because, yeah, like you say, we have to evolve with the education and being able to teach the people in a better way, and the way that you're doing it, it just sounds amazing. I love it. I think it's wonderful. And this is we're gonna end today. Thank you for being with us today. But tell us, Dr. Shauli, tell us a little bit. What do you want to tell the people that are gonna be listening to us or that are listening to us? What do you want to tell them to be, to get empowered or to keep on educating themselves or becoming the best version of themselves? What last message you want to give to the world today?
Yeah, of course. I would, like to share that the very fact that each and every one of us still exists on the face of this planet Earth, it means that we matter. If we hadn't mattered, we wouldn't have existed. So the very fact that we matter, it is ample testimony to the fact that we all are important and we really have something to contribute and to give back to this world. It's vitally important for each one of us to figure out and find out why we still exist. What is it that is such a special gift that I have, which has been given to me by my God? And what is it that I can really do to create a world of difference around me? No one is going to do that for you. It's only for you who is actually going to figure it out, because it's your journey, it's your evolution, it's your growth, it's your story. So just be, the hero or the heroine of your own story and just create that magic. We are not here to just to inhale and exhale and just to survive. No, we are here to thrive. We are here to create a difference. And it's up to us to find out how we can do it and why we should do it.
Thank you so much. Those are very wise words and very important, like you were saying. And most of all, We have to learn to get to know or to discover our I am. The moment that you discover your I am, there you're going to find your purpose, your why, your whole world is going to change within you and around you. And most of all, the moment that you find your I am, you find your happiness, and everything else starts falling into your place. So thank you so much, Dr. Shauli, for being with us today. I'm going to share your link on Facebook so people can start connecting with you. If you have questions, if you want to talk with Dr. Shauli about something that she can help you out with, just make sure to connect with her. And thank you for being with us. And until next Friday, that we will be presenting another empowering women at our I Am News show. So don't forget to join the I Am Revolution and subscribe to become a member. And thank you again, Dr. Shauli. And we will be seeing you and talking with you all this time. Thank you for being part of the I Am Revolution.
Thank you so much, Yadira. It had been a wonderful experience interacting and definitely connecting with you. So I'm
Exactly
really
the same.
looking forward to more such conversations in the future as well.
Of
Thank you.
course, we will be doing that. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. And I hope you enjoyed the program. Bye.